Hey guys, Santoli here with Samuel, who managed to get top 16 at YCS Vancouver with K9 Crystron. Here to show his deck profile. So what do you think of the deck?
I thought this was like one of, if not the best picks going into today. It was on the radar, unfortunately, due to people posting on YouTube, but people kind of wrote it off. I just thought the deck was just the best going first deck in the format, and it utilized the K9 engine a little bit better than Vanquish Soul did, which was my other pick for this event. So yeah, I ended up bringing this.
All right, we'll get to the profile.
All right, let's get right into it. Starting off with the Crystrons. So right here, I see a lot of people playing level 5s, which I don't think is necessary at all. Because playing the second one of this is really weird because you don't really like drawing it. It doesn't do anything by itself. And you can do the full Infinity Dragster combo with just 4. It's just that when Tristaros has to synchro, you cluster put it back, which is a little annoying, sure, but I think not having the bad draw on your deck is worth it. Same thing with this Fern. This Fern helps you get to K9, but I think the deck does it well enough already, and I really wanted to max out non-engine since this is like a 2-card combo deck, so you don't have that much space. You play the 1 Scrapper Cycler so that K9 can get to Crystron through a way of River Storm or normal summon this. And then the K9 stuff... Oh, sorry, 3 Inclusion, obviously. The K9 stuff, so I wanted to max out as much as possible on this. I'm siding the 3rd case, but you know, this is a Yokel Self deck, so I wanted to see as much Yokel Self as possible. I maxed out on Elements and not case because I knew Ryzel was like still sort of in the format, so I wanted the best chance to draw the card that says Take Detonator on it. I also played Frost because, you know, it's a 2-card combo deck and you kind of have to bridge sometimes, so I just wanted the card that says it's basically either K9 or Crystron. And then the K9 monsters, I played the 1 quick play spell. And then the K9 monsters. I played the standard ratio 3-1, and then I only played 2 Azuna in my main deck. I do side the 3rd for when I either go first or play against a matchup that makes it live, which is most of them. But you know, I expected a lot of Yummy today. There was a lot of Yummy today. I didn't play against any, and so I had just 2 Azuna in my deck all day. I look kind of dumb, but in theory, if I play against Yummy, it reduces the amount of like dead draws I have, and you really want to win game 1 versus that deck. So non-engine, 2 Nip, 3 Ogre, 2 Droplet, 3 Ash, 3 Fua, Twin Perm. I didn't have a lot of space to work with because it's a 40-card deck, and it does need to be at 40. You have too many good cards that you want to see consistently, and you don't want to water it down. Everything at 3 is something I want to draw all the time, because especially Ogre. Ogre's really nice. Like you can draw it, you can draw 2 of it and not be mad, because like 1 on your turn and 1 on their turn is actually pretty good and usable versus like Vanquish Soul and Yummy. Like you can Ogre a Snashy, you can Ogre the Field Spell and then like Ogre a Nash Knight, for example. Everything that's at 2 is something I want to pair with one of these. Like I would love to play 3 Droplet, 3 Imperm if I could, but I was working with the space I had, and I thought that was the best ratios going into this, because you know, all day I was drawing my engine, and I'd rather see like 4 engine and 1 hand trap and be slightly pissed than like see 2 engine, 3 hand traps and like explode. That's the main deck. I'll do the side real quick. So this is like my going first suite. This doesn't come in all the time, but it comes in the majority of the time. It's even good in the Vanquish Soul. Not good, but like it's usable in the Vanquish Soul because it can deny like the Borger tag out. It does do that. And making your stuff big is it comes up more than I thought it would in testing. And then everything else is just to make my going first like more impressive. And then I have 2 Bell. This was mainly for Dracotail, but it also works into all the Azuna decks, and I wanted to play like lots of Azuna stops, which ended up working out because it's like 2 Bell, 2 Droplet, 3 Ogre, 3 Ash. Like we have tons of Azuna stops. Like the Called By works too. It's for Dracotail, it's for Yummy. It's very good paired into Yummy. I just wish I played against them. And then we're respecting the old decks. This never came up. I had a 12-card side deck all day. This was very good.
Do you put the Drolls in versus VS? Because I know there's some confliction on that opinion. Yes?
I do put the Drolls in versus VS. Yeah, I find it's like most of the time it gets more value than when I put like a Fua in. Maybe I'm wrong, but yeah, it felt good. I had a 12-card side deck all day, but I don't think it was wrong because there's a lot of malice. There was a decent amount of malice in top cut as well, and I just dodged because I'm the best.
You put the Lances in versus the Crystron deck as well?
It's weird. I think you should, but it doesn't feel good at all to draw. It has to be like your 3rd hand trap to really make an effort, because you need to like if they open like any, not even Yokel Soft, if they open like like a reasonable combination, like say it's like Yopal Sulfador or just like Izuna and like a combination of like inclusion and another Crystron, like you have to do a lot of work for this to be good. But I think it's still worth siding in because the deck's but the deck's pretty resilient to breakers. Like you still have cluster in the force release after like a dark ruler, say. So I think hand traps was the way to go to side against that type. And then my last two cards, I had one slot left after the Duster, which I really wanted to play. And then this was just to make my patterns a little cleaner against Yummy. It could have been a Lightning Storm. I actually think I would have preferred it be a Lightning Storm, but it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad at all. And then extra, so 2 links, 2 synchros. This is very standard. Like Crystron's been playing this. And then this is so Smiger's combo by itself, and it also searches the continuous spell. And then you play SP, it does come up, especially with Mike C's lineup. This is a little different from what other decks are doing, I'd say. But Quinquerry is actually very nice. It says detach 1, target a 5 in your grave, I think it's either grave, and revive it. So what it does essentially is when you get Charmied, it turns 2 locked 5s into a 5, which is very good. Like getting that third 5 for Dice Smasher is, sometimes you can't, but with Quinquerry you usually can. And it makes Dice Smasher live more than it should be. I played just more standard stuff, the aforementioned Dice Smasher. And then I actually didn't play any Nash in my deck. I wanted space for the second Ripper. It came up a lot. Like people would out it and expect that I didn't have the second one. So whenever I made it, people were like, like, and you have Nova Infinity taking up space too. I didn't see the space for Nash effectively because I felt that in testing that Nash wasn't that great unless you could activate it twice, and I really didn't have the space for that. But the way other people are doing it with 101 and C101 to put Aquas in grave for elements is also a valid approach too, I think. You have to play Zeus, and then this is so K9 can get to Crystron. And then this is for when you're machine locked. It gives you something to make. It is light, which is kind of annoying since Yopal and Lantern say that. But I think it was the best use of a slot. It's just impactful cards. And then yeah, that's the extra deck. That's the deck. I really liked it, obviously. I thought it was one of, if not the best picks going into this weekend, and I'm really glad at how it performed. I guess before we're done, shoutouts?
Yep, any shoutouts?
Yeah. I want to give a big shout out to everyone I test with from Europe, everyone in the whole, big ups to Amelia, my coach, and then everyone from the SoCal Bozos Discord. Shout out to Kai, Juan, Chewy, Sebas, the other Jesus, and then I want to give a big shout out to everyone who tested with me on the vault, and just all my friends who helped me get to where I am today, because I'm very happy that I finally got to top. Thank you.
Thanks for congrats again.